What up? All right. What up, everybody?
What's up, bro?
I'm just chilling, man. Just chilling. I'm about to
Bro,
heating up the grill. About to grill a
you,
steak.
bro, are you for real?
Yeah, I'm heating it up right now, though. I'm just chilling, man. I was working on a project, but you're listening to music, so I can't do that and do this. So I'd rather just chill and hang out.
Man,
What up?
I just want to let you know
Uh huh.
that I love you, bro.
Uh,
No homo.
Thank you, J Dollar. I love you too, J Dollar.
Yeah, bro.
I don't really use those words too much, but I feel you, man. And thank you, J Dollar. You the
Yeah,
man.
bro. Yeah.
Look at this beach.
So,
What's
how are
up?
you enjoying? How are you enjoying the evening?
I woke up pretty late. I didn't really do much during the daytime, so I've just been chilling, whatever, that stream, and I'm here now, and
What do you think about the evening tonight?
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I just don't care. Kind of like, fuck it. I already had, you know what I mean? Like, I already had my involvement in it a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like, I could just not say nothing and stay out of it and just kind of like watch from a distance, and it never doesn't affect me. You know what I mean? At all.
Yeah,
Everything they're
yeah.
doing doesn't really affect me. It affected me before, but now it's just like, all right, well, I guess it really don't matter. But I'm still kicking. You know what I mean? I don't fucking I'm die hard. You know what I mean?
It's really tube steak.
Now I got a freaking sirloin, something like that. A
Halder.
strip. I got a New York strip. That's what I got. Bam.
Bro, I just cooked beautiful steaks like 3 days ago.
Mm.
Beautiful steaks, bro. I'm a fucking grill champion.
Hmm.
Champion.
Maybe fry up some eggs when it gets when I
Bro.
turn that motherfucking heat up. I like to try to at the end, kind of like while it's still like I like it a little bit pink, not too much. You know what I mean? But
Bro, I had
and at the end, sear that shit.
spam and eggs tonight, bro.
Spam is fucking. Oh,
Oh, it's
that's
delicious.
the Hawaiian delight.
Yeah, bro. It's delicious.
Gross. I
What do
like
you mean
burnt. I like
gross?
burnt. I like fresh burnt spam. Like it's got to be like right off the pan, still popping. Like fucking got to put on safety glasses because the fucking shit might hit me in my eye. That's how hot. That's how fresh and hot that shit's got to be. And burnt and
Yeah,
like just crispy, not like totally burnt, but floppy burnt. Mm.
yeah. So Chris Stanley will just sidestep. He I call him a gay bitch for being like a rambling homosexual. And then he unfollowed me, left the chat that we were in, and then he followed me back. And then after tonight, he blocked me. He blocked me again, bro. He blocked me again.
Well, I mean, you are talking shit about him.
You think I was? You think I was?
Yeah, because if he unblocked you, then he was just like, maybe he felt like, man, it's not that serious. We were just talking shit, I guess.
Mm,
I'd imagine.
mm, mm.
Hmm. I don't
Yeah,
know. Just saying. But saying, cause,
yeah, yeah. I hear
thinking
you.
about it.
I hear you.
I really don't know.
I heard that you had it's so funny because you had oh shit. Damn, did I just find it there? I knocked
You know what's funny? You know what's really, really funny? Unless if I really just like shat on you and really fucking hated your guts, there's no reason why there's no reason why anybody doesn't like me. You know what I mean? Like for the most part, but they don't care. Like they don't care about me and fucking. But like there's no. I don't think. I mean, if you got a reason not like me, that's fine. But nobody could give me a fucking reason. Nobody has a reason to fucking hate me, and or there's no real reason that I can think of why anybody dislikes me because I didn't fucking. You know what I mean? They just don't like me
Interesting.
for somebody else or just some other shit. For Ethan or whatever the fuck, or just being involved or you know what I mean? They really don't hate me. Though. I think a lot of these people are just like fucking go away or something. I don't know. Because they're about to fucking they're about to do some damage or some shit. You know what I mean? But
The
a lot of that stuff, a lot of that stuff is because nobody was really. Everybody just wanted chaos. There's no organization in it. There's no order because nobody's gonna listen to each other. And when they
yeah.
do, it's really gay and shit. It just turns really gay, and they know it too. You know what I mean? Like they know it. Don't fucking. You know, they know they're being gay probably about whatever reason, whenever it was. I'm not talking about anything now or whatever's going on. I'm just saying in general, shit
So
like that.
so so how do you feel as an individual who has been doing what he's been doing for like the X amount of years?
Who, Chris?
You.
Oh, me.
So like how do you reflect upon people uh discrediting you in what you've done? How do you, because you've done nothing like to be evil, right?
Well, I'm
Convoluted.
not. That's not my. Yeah, I'm not a fucking. You know, I'm a bastard, but I'm not a fucking. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a fucking evil person. Yeah, I'm not a snake.
Why do you, so it almost feels like they secretly love you, right? In some respect.
Well, I think that's what I'm trying to say, and that sounds so corny, but there's like, I think they like me. It's just, they're kind of annoyed by like of me being around that shit because I'm a pretty fucking, I got some get me involved, and I'm gonna have some kind of control over that fucking shit. You know what I mean? If I'm around,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a level of some, even if it's a minuscule amount, just at least control over myself and what I'm gonna fucking put up with or not put up with. You know what I mean? I got control
Yeah.
over that, and that's all I need to do is just have control over myself and don't really go, ask questions and stuff. That goes for anybody. That's just not here. That's for everywhere. That's
Yeah.
anybody and any,
Yeah.
that's not just here. These people personally. It's just fuck.
Well, I mean, in some respect, I think it is personal. I don't know how it is personal, but
I
they
probably piss them off by talking shit, but at the same time, nobody, I mean, that's nothing, dude. Like what I've said to people or done to people, except like, I could say like, maybe Mark Brooks would be mad at me, maybe Gabe, maybe might be mad at me, or like
right.
fuck that guy. That type of like, yeah, fuck that guy. Don't he's a loser or whatever. Or like Larry, you know what I mean? Those three guys. But besides that, like, there's nothing really, no animosity. I think they fucking Larry at least knows that you know doesn't really matter.
So what do you think about like people holding weight or some type of inference? I don't know. What like what do you think about individuals who do uh some type of weight trapping? I don't know the words for it, but like
Weight
they,
trapping.
yeah, like they're able to like what Matt Barr did. Like I was on a stream with Mike and Anthony, and we said what we said, and then you have individuals like Matt Barr who feel like it's almost like what we say amounts to nothing, and then they add weight to the conversation, and then it becomes
Right, becomes something that since they said it and like these guys backed it up, then it must be real. So
Yeah,
I don't think a lot of people fall for that shit. Where
yeah.
people, people who know what's going on don't really. It's just like entertaining to them. But there's people who don't genuinely know what's going on, and yeah, it does sway the perspective of a person that wouldn't know. The, either or would they give a fuck? I don't know, man. It's just like
It is so weird. It's so
it's
weird to
kind of
me.
gay. It's really gay when you have to fucking substantiate somebody else's claims with more fucking shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so awkward,
Just to
man.
do it, substantiate, just to substantiate. Say it, and you say it enough, and it'll become fucking true. Or just just shit on these motherfuckers. Fuck them. You know what? This guy here is a fucking he's a gerbil fucker or whatever. You know, gerbil's a fucking the next Richard Gere of CG. You know what I mean?
I like Richard Gere. I just don't understand. I feel some type of way in respect to the weight that they hold, right? I guess I don't know what to say. And
one thing I noticed, not to bring up Raptor or talk shit about him, and if you want to bring him up, that's fine. But
yeah,
I'm gonna bring him up by saying one thing that he does that I don't do is that he like I'd hang out with the chat while I'm streaming, and then the people who do get on stream, usually those are the ones I hang out with, if they're from the chat or not. Sometimes they don't have a YouTube channel, right? It's just it could be anybody. It could be Chris Stanley. It could be Checkpoint or Dabs, whoever the fuck. You know what I mean? All these guys over the years, 50 guys or whatever, 50 different people have come and gone on that last 4 years of streaming, right?
right.
So, but like, what Raptor does is that he actually chills with a lot of these guys offline too. You know what I mean? So like, he has that kind of social aspect about him. Those attributes that people. I'm like, fuck, I'm a moody ass fucking loner. You know what I mean? And that shows. You know what I mean? So like when I see people in the chat hanging out, like, oh shit, I didn't even know y'all motherfuckers even hung out like that. You know what I mean? I thought y'all were just in the chat. But then it's just like, well, that's something that Raptors socially he's good at doing, and me, I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not that. I'm social, but I'm always like in the corner. I'm always not because I want to be, just because that's how I am. Or I'm like the guy who's like hanging out at a vantage point, watching the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? Drinking a beer, watching the whole fucking scene. You know what I mean? That's kind of like my personality. Maybe I'm hanging out with somebody, like two other people or one other people than that. You know what I mean? Just shooting small talk or whatever, drinking a beer, smoking, and just looking at the whole happenings from an elevation where that's just me. I'm just watching. I like watching people have fun. I worked at a bar for 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
I'm there, and I'm part of the party. I you know what I mean? Like, that's what I did at the bar. I fucking helped people have a good time and facilitate a clean and safe environment for people. And that's kind of what I did on, you know what I mean? But when the show's over, you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck out of here. Well, Raptor would be a little different. He's like, oh, I got the after party, poker and fucking strippers in the back. You know what I mean?
So you're saying like people like Chris Stanley, Wiggle, and Raptor aren't even though they're able to like play this hype game, they aren't.
I'm sorry, my bad.
They aren't necessarily ready for the personal indifference.
You deal with a lot of shit when you fucking deal with people, though. You deal with a lot of shit when you stream and when you do half of what they do. I'd imagine when you talk about night letters or whatever, DMs and people getting mad at them, I don't deal with that shit. I'm not gonna be around here trying to piss people off for thrills and because I'm not trying to clean up the spills. So fucking that's why I try to avoid trying to get too close with people and dealing, because I don't want to hear that. I got my own fucking problems.
Yeah.
And I'm not a wall of text dude. I'm a minimal five. You know what I mean? I'm a minimal fucking talker when it comes to corresponding with people over DMs. Like, I don't do the wall of text. You're gonna give me fucking fucking autism. You give me a fuck. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
triggered if I see that many words. I'm like, oh, get dizzy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't love you. It just means that fucking I'm just not that type of personality, man. I'm a dude over here. Minimal words, unless I'm streaming and I'm talking shit and running my mouth. But you know, that's the art
Nah,
form of it. When it's
yeah.
fucking, I'm
The I found it quite interesting over the last X amount of years. The indifferences that's like been placated around all of us, and it's really interesting the last couple of years that you have Lord Raptor and Wiggle, doing their type of thing. I just think, like I said, I've said repeatedly, I'm nobody in this equation, but it's like very weird that like it's almost like they're not being truthful in all the arguments, because in reality they're not being truthful in all their arguments.
the
And
arguments, the arguments that they should be making for their legitimate complaints are freaking now they're just getting messy,
yeah, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
hard
It's
to
like
fucking keep it up, and it's hard to keep it up.
it's so weird dealing with it's almost like you're arguing with people who are not real, right? Like what your rebuke to their arguments, like you're literally arguing into like empty space. And
Well, it's not real until it becomes real, and then people are talking about fucking legality or like litigation
yeah,
and shit like that.
right.
That's when, or threatening or fucking, I'm gonna kick your ass when I see you or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, it's I've said shit like I said last night, man. I slap the shit out you. Like I've said
Yeah, that's
shit
my
like
favorite
that.
thing to say. I mean, I talk mad shit, but I'm
And
like, I hope I don't run into this person because I don't
bro,
want
I
to go to
slap the
jail.
shit out you,
I get
bro.
mad at motherfuckers. I'll be getting mad. Yeah, I'll say some shit like that for sure. I'll be fucking.
It's
I remember when Vic. Oh yeah, so we were on with Mike on Mike Wheeler shit, and I'm like, when he said he was 6'6", because I never asked him how, he never really said, but when he was fighting with Vic that fucking last year or so long ago, I'm like, you talking shit to this dude, and you don't even know what I can hear that he sounds pretty fucking big. He sounds like a big fucking dude. You better watch who you talking to, bro. That's what motherfuckers. I learned that in the hood. You don't talk shit on the phone because when you see these motherfuckers, they're gonna poke you in your chest and be like, "What the fuck did you say on the phone? You ain't
yeah.
hard. You ain't hard now, are you?" And I mean, I've been through that about once or twice. You know what I mean? I learned my lesson real quick with that shit, real fucking quick
Well, I feel like I've
at a young age. Fucking name, man. I don't do that shit no more.
yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
talk shit, and I don't know. Sometimes if they, but you know what though, if they're a confident person, like I don't think Mike's worried about bullies. Like he's been a big boy all his life. He's the bully. You know what I mean? If anything. So you ain't got to worry about him acting like a cunt unless if he feels like he got to defend something. You got these guys like my size and shit trying to be bullies, and it's like now you're just being a loudmouth. Like the louder you are, the weak. You know what I mean? You're not in control, bro. Cooler heads prevail.
mm,
So you got to dude's confident. We're saying is that you got to dude's confident. He's not going to be fucking pulling that bullshit and fucking playing fucking head games like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
They're gonna
yeah,
be they're gonna be a pretty solid person and pretty chill and maybe a little stoic, maybe a little, maybe some digs or some jabs, some ball busting. You know what I mean? Shit like that. That's about it. Or that's what I would expect out of men who really who got real issues and are real shit to worry about.
And it's so weird dealing with
I don't have real shit to worry about. That's the fucking thing. So I'm fucking here, part of the problem too, probably. Making songs after these fucking people. Like, well, if there's no drama, then who are you gonna make songs out of? I'm like, there's always drama. There's always drama. The day they don't know drama, we're fucking dead. We're all
Yeah,
dead. Can't live with it. Can't live without it.
bro. I've never,
Just have fun and celebrate.
you know, I've never met, in real life, people like, Matt Barr. Even though I haven't met him in real life, but like this game that we're playing on the internet, like it's
We're
very,
not on OnlyFans. It's not that bad. It's not that dangerous.
yeah, right.
Might be a little scandalous, but it ain't fucking.
Did
ain't
you
porn.
just turn 18?
This shit is
Like,
bad.
that's what
Man.
it fucking feels like, bro. Like these guys are, man. It's
That shit runs people away. People don't want to be fucking. People are horrible out there, and they come around here, and they want to be normal, and they're not hurting nobody. And then the next thing you find out, they're in they've done some atrocity, some atrocious shit, and you're like, oh no, what some that shit.
bro. I agree. Like this.
I ain't here, man. I ain't here. I want to hang out with. Like I'm saying, I don't get too personal with people, man. Like everybody has their own agency, and I'm not fucking contracted to your shit. I'm not, I'm not subscribed to your issues. I got my own, baby. Like I don't
Yeah,
give a fuck. Like I've been around all type. I work at the fucking bar. You don't know who half of these people are. And you're fucking smiling and talking to them, and these people are fucking murderers and killers and rapists and drug dealers and the nastiest fucking people you could fucking meet in your life.
yeah, bro.
What you gonna do? Fucking get mad? You know what I mean? You gonna blame other people for this motherfucker because you were serving drinks and he got drunk and raped some bitch in the bathroom and you were fucking that's your favorite customer in the world. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck you gonna do about that? Fuck you gonna say about that? You know what I mean?
To be honest, that's a good argument because a lot of these motherfuckers like Wiggle, Lord Rapper Jesus, are. I mean,
If you in a chat, you gonna get exposed, bitch. You don't even gotta be on a fucking stream.
well, they're fronting, right? Like they're fronting. Like you're not. You can weigh all these arguments, but like in reality, like what's going on, the situation on the ground. Like these motherfuckers are. They're going to do a good job. It's going to last a few months, but really, what is there after the fact? And there are only.
I don't think it's gonna stop at all until fucking they decide it's gonna, until they decide.
Yeah.
I don't think it has a really.
I'm curious to know. Oh shit! I'm curious to know what what can you do after like all these weighted arguments have.
I'm gonna go lay down I'm gonna go lay down my meat on the pan. I'll be right back. Think about all right, cool.
Yeah. So like, what are these? What do you have to offer outside of the weak argument that you presented? Like, we were just talking on Anthony's stream, and
I'll be right back.
No, no, you're good. It's just like, how do you, how do you deal with motherfuckers who aren't real? They're not. Their argument has no weight or bearing in the overarching argument of everything that's going on. Like, how do you deal with that? So, like, you got, like, Matt Barr, like we were saying on, like we were saying on the previous stream. And you got, you All I expect is brotherly love. That's all I want.
Woo, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Woo.
Got some freaking olive oil and butter, and I poured it all on that steak. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna use that grease to cook up some fucking egg.
Oh shit! Almost
So good.
just died. You see me? I almost died. You see that?
You be dying.
Almost like. Oh my god.
Was there like a thing that you were saying? I think you're saying something like, oh yeah, what's after the scorched earth or whatever? What's after that? You know, if that were to be what happened, you know what I mean? Well, okay, what then? Next, you know what I mean? It's just next or whatever. You kind of need that shit. You don't want that shit to go away, because then what you got to find something else to talk about. That's a little too hard to do that. Kind of easy to just let the fucking the ship not actually sink, and you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, bro, like, to be honest with you,
viruses don't really want to fucking kill the host necessarily, because that means they're gonna die. Viruses aren't stupid. See what I'm saying?
You know, you may feel that way, but I think a lot of motherfuckers,
they do want that.
They want to kill the
That's
host.
the AIDS. That's the AIDS, baby. That's that doggy. That's that motherfucking cancer. That's that COVID, bitch. That cancer doggy COVID. Doggy cancer COVID. Doggy cancer COVID.
The fucking speaking Spanish motherfuckers, like, I just, you know, I have no respect for people who are gay as fuck, bro. Like, again, I amount to nothing. And you know, if you cannot be the bigger man or the alpha in the argument, you know, like, what necessarily are you arguing for? And let's just say, like, behind your argument, like, you know, what weight do you hold behind it? You know, you hold nothing. And you know, maybe some of these people, you know, I was listening to Matt Barr tonight on Anthony's stream, and bro, like, you know, I hold no respect to these fellows. You know, like, I can't see any reason, and I can't put any weight behind any of the voices, and these guys, even though they may get, more views, they, you know, what is your argument about, like, what's going on? Like, do you provide anything?
I'm doing the standing thing. I should get on the camera and walk around when I stand, pace around.
Yeah, do you provide anything that that would amount to any financial progress or difference in in respect to your argument, right? Like, so I've been watching I've been watching Ethan stream the last little bit, and he's been actually doing a very good job at selling, his products on eBay. And is there anything that you can provide on the YouTube internet that can supersede, like, anything that he's doing? Or, like, if you take into perspective, like, people like Shane, they are doing a exceptional job at being who they are, being champions in their niche, things like that. Like, how do you, as someone who's been, like, in these last 7, 8, 9, 10 years, right, however long it's been, how do you reconcile with everything that's been going on, and how do you, while you're reconciling these issues, how do you open your wallet and give these people money, right? Like that.
Well, there's people who, there's people who do. All right, just to say, there are people who are here who do read comics, and there's people who do want comics, and there's people who are willing to buy comics, and there's people who do deliver on their promises. There's people who don't, and the people who don't are the ones that really should.
Yeah, right. So
it becomes a problem for everybody. But should you not do it anymore because of this or that? There's people who still do, and it's hard. It's hard nowadays because a lot of that sentiment's going around. So yeah, you have to respect the weight that these guys had to fucking sour everybody's fucking hankering for a new indie comic book that they might or might not get. And those guys got points. Then they got points and they have arguments and they, what I mean. But I say the points they're making is like a lot of people's different points, even from Vicky's fucking points to anybody else. You know what I mean? But we're saying, to reiterate what you were saying earlier, is that it becomes muddy. It's like that's what I said. It was like the complaints are legit, but the arguments at this point have become so muddy, and there's been so many different people. So now it's like it becomes where, like, a contrarian thing, where, like, no matter what I say pro CG, you're going to you're gonna argue the opposite. So
Yeah.
now you got different factions now, splinterings and fucking shatterings of people. So now they have to argue with each other too. They can't. They have to be contrary with each other. So everybody's different arguments are going to be from different points to the point where nobody could agree with each other, and then it just fucking you know, they got to make a choice about what do we do? Do we fucking
Yeah. Where do
continue with
you
this mad?
stand?
Like,
Yeah.
what do you do? There's a crossroads right here of like, do we fucking find something? Do we kind of like veer off or kind of slow down or I don't, you know, I don't know. What's that sound to you? What's that sound like?
I feel like so. You have people like Chris Stanley, right? To drive off of the stream that we're going off right now, and you have people like me, and
My bad if I'm making noise. My bad.
no, you're good. And then you, and then how long does it take for people like, you know, say for example they're coming into the movement, they're new. You know, how long does it take for scenarios to transact?
To transpire?
Yeah, transpire. Before you're like, bro, I've tapped out. You know, like, so there's
Oh, about 5 minutes until hearing what people got to say. With some people who got other shit to do, or like, you know,
it's
don't play that type of shit. They'll be like, "Oh, I see what. Oh, fuck." You know, they'll bow out quietly. You're like, "Oh, nice to see. I will see you guys later. Have a great night." And then like fucking,
yeah,
they try to be
bro.
cool. You know, you don't want to. Some people really don't want to go around upsetting the wrong fucking people.
Yeah. It's so odd dealing with say for example you're like just like a person in the audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
These people, myself included, will put like weight or some type of idea behind these ideas that these other people have, right? So they're like, "Oh, I'm gung ho. I'm doing this. I'm doing that." Da, 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 da. And I feel like I'm at a position where I will not give any more to these people. Like, that's my position. And it's nothing against individuals, but you know, maybe they can absorb everything that's happened, and they can recognize all the nonsense that's come here and there in this little slash 2, 3, 4 years of this idea. You know, I hope they recognize when they're sending out their products that they know that a lot of people have nothing to do with, you know, what they're doing. You know, none of us have hit that Indiegogo link or Kickstarter link and have purchased your product. And maybe they may see it. They may see, certain groups of individuals who are buying their product, but hopefully one day, they recognize the nonsense they've been playing, and they will see that certain individuals that were here while they were growing no longer support them. And I hope again, I'm nobody. I've spent barely X amount of dollars, but I hope there's a large group of individuals who see all the nonsense that's going on, and they don't spend any money anymore. And maybe people like Ethan and John and etc., they will recognize that fact of all these scenarios that are going on, and they will not participate in purchasing the shit that they're promoting, and they do a better job at trying to grab back the original people who supported them. I hope eventually that people like John and Ethan will recognize that there is an actual argument that's being thrown out there, and they're able to do. What do you expect them to do? I don't know.
Right. Well,
Right.
right.
There's a shit ton of us who do not ever want to buy Ethan's books, John Malin's books, and a couple of handful of other individuals, Shane Davis, things like that. There's so many issues going around that I don't even think that they
Shane,
recognize.
on a scale, relative, Shane's been fucking winning. I'll tell you that. Shane, definitely, in my opinion,
Recently, he's been doing a good job. I don't.
he's been fucking killing it, man.
But do you think that maybe even though they have a large group of individuals who support them, there are certain individuals who are like, yo, what the fuck? I
hear you.
feel like that's an actual thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a thing. But maybe it might not be important enough, or it doesn't scale enough to so much so that it affects their bottom line. So yeah, I just I hope these guys who are doing what they're doing perseveres, and that it doesn't, like people like my complaints really doesn't affect their bottom line. So see how that goes. I'm curious, like over the next 5 years, because we're like 6, 7, 8, 9 years into this. I'm curious how or what respect will be presented to these guys the next 3, 4, 5 years going forward.
Next
I'm
couple
curious.
generations.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious how this will all play out.
Yeah. Better than Gamergate.
Yeah.
At least we got history. I don't know. Let me go check on that meat. Be right back.